Hello guys, welcome at Life Lessons channel. Today, as you can see, we are cooking Mrenda, our green vegetables. This is our main dish today, and pumpkin leaves. This is what we have for today. Yeah, welcome. Mrenda and pumpkin leaves, as you can see. This is what we are cooking. Welcome. And like the stream, guys, as you come in. First of all, I want to thank my moderators, my viewers, my subscribers, and everyone. For the newcomers, welcome. For the normal ones, welcome and thank you for coming. Remember to like the stream and say hi as you come. As we start our preparing of pumpkin leaves and Mrenda, as you can see. So welcome. Hello, hi. Modonimso, hi, welcome. Today we are cooking Mrenda and pumpkin leaves. This is how I remove the unwanted ones and make it clean. As you can see, I remove these ones. That's how I remove them. So welcome to our dish today as we make them clean, as we prepare them. And I think I'll start with the Mrenda. Like the stream as you come. Modoni, where is your like? Like the stream as you come in, guys. Today we are preparing pumpkin leaves and Mrenda, as you can see. This is how I do my pumpkin leaves. Remember to like the stream as you come in. Today they seem dirty, but I'll work on them. And don't worry why I came late. Sometimes I usually wait for the noises to decrease. Noises from the environment. Sometimes I wait for them so that they can decrease. Welcome to our dish today. As we talk stories about life, you are so much welcomed. Like the stream, guys, as you come in. Today we are preparing our pumpkin leaves. First of all, I wanna check on them, make them clean, prepare them, wash them, and then cook them. They have a lot of work, but as we said, we have to work on everything according to our wishes. This is how they look. I'm putting them here. Don't worry if I'm throwing them down. No, I'm putting them in a bucket so that I can wash them from there. So welcome, we prepare. As we talk stories about this life, I always say this life has a lot to offer. Welcome and like the stream. As you come, we want to clear them. We want to check their quality before we, you see, those are the things we remove from the pumpkin leaves so that they can be clean. Now, when I cook these vegetables, I always remember my grandmother. And as I usually say, I always thank my grandmother a lot for making me know how to cook those green vegetables, our traditional food. I always thank that lady a lot. Like the stream, guys, as you come in, as we prepare our vegetables today. They seem dirty. It's so sunny and windy. I think that's why they have too much dirt, but we have to clean them thoroughly. Remember to like the stream. Remember to purchase our merchants there. I have some merchants which you can check out. I have mugs, hoodies. Blackie, welcome. Welcome. Today we are cooking pumpkin leaves with Mrenda. The other day we cooked Mrenda with kunde. This is how we remove them. Those are the strings which we remove. So today this is the dish, our main dish today with ugali. I like ugali a lot with greens. Yesterday we ate mukimo. Hope you enjoyed, guys. So purchase merchants there. Purchase hoodies. Purchase mugs. And sometimes I usually come late because of the noise, so that it can decrease from my environment, although it's still there, but a small hint of it. Blackie, yeah, welcome. We prepare green vegetables. Pumpkin leaves with Mrenda. This is our dish today. And as I thank my grandmother for making me to learn how to prepare those greens, may she continue resting in peace. When I was young, this is what was the main dish in our family. We could use these pumpkin leaves to cook mokimo. One day I'll cook mokimo of this and show you how my grandmother taught me this. We could cook mokimo using those green vegetables, pumpkin leaves, and it was so yummy. Our grandmother was usually sending us to pick them from the shamba, or sometimes along the rivers. Long time ago, food was enough and it was everywhere. You could go beside the rivers and get those greens, starting with Mrenda. As you can see, it's very healthy. So welcome, we prepare it, and remember to like the stream, guys, and share your story with me about those greens, your experience. How did you came to know them? Me, I knew them through my grandmother, and since then I usually take them. This is how we remove them from the stick, as you can see. So let us prepare together, and I'll show you the end results. My grandmother taught me this. We could go to the rivers, get the pumpkin leaves or Mrenda. Sometimes, let me mute this one, there is a background music there. That's why I always come like late. Yes, I muted the mic because there is a lot of background noise, but I hope now it has decreased. That's why sometimes I come late, so that the sound can be clear, but in all, we appreciate. We can't judge nature. Sometimes we need to understand. So this is Mrenda, as you can see. Remember to like the stream as you come in. Blackie, Mrenda and pumpkin leaves. Have you ever eaten them? You see, this is how they look. They look, wow, they are so fresh, although it's very dry outside here. The sun is hot. It's very windy. A lot of dust, but we thank God we have enough. This is how I remove them, as you can see. Yes, welcome. We continue doing it. I want to show you how I do it and how I prepare them until the final stage. So stay with me, guys. Thank you for those who have bought membership. Thank you to my viewers. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my moderators, Lulu, Favored, and Dr. Helen. You can check my merchant out. I have hoodies, I have mugs, I have t-shirts. You can check on them. This is how I remove them. And I left the green live. Yeah, this is a green live today. We want to prepare together, guys. And tell me, what's your experience with those green vegetables? The pumpkin leaves and Mrenda. As I told you, I love them because of my grandmother. She was always cooking it for us. She taught me how to cook as well, because since I was young, I loved cooking. So sometimes my grandmother would let me cook. She could cook mukimo with those pumpkin leaves, which was so sweet. Is it Caro? Hi, welcome. Caro Morgan, how are you? Today we are cooking pumpkin leaves with Mrenda. This is our dish today. A dish which my grandmother taught me how to cook. And until today, I always cook it. If you have a story about this life, let me know, we talk about it. If one day you need a link, you can consult me. We arrange that day. We talk about life lessons, because this channel is all about life lessons. Let's continue preparing our grains as we talk about the lessons we have in this life. I have talked about many lessons about marriage, how I was married as a second wife. There is a video there. How I loved the wrong person. There is a video there. You can share your experience too about this life. This life has so many things. We learn as we grow. Today the greens are so fresh, but others are not. But I shall choose which are good, and the others I'll throw away. That's why we prepare them before cooking, for us to check on those things. We have to make sure that we are cooking something clean. so that the outcome can be clean too. Come, we prepare the veggies, the green vegetables. Let me know your experience. Keegan, hi. Keegan Benjamin, hi. I learned this from your place, Keegan, somewhere called Kedoa. Keegan, do you know Kedoa? That is where I was brought up by my grandmother. I was not living with my mother at the age of 10, I think from 7 to 10. And I learned a lot from my grandmother, who was staying in Kedoa, somewhere on your way to Kericho. And those greens were many. We could go to Kedoa River and get Mrenda there, but those days there was Nderema. There was Mrenda that day, in those days, which were called Nderema. So we could go to the river, fetch them, and then we come and prepare them. So I learned this cooking from my grandmother, who was residing in Kedoa. Although she's late, but I learned a lot from her. So welcome, we learn together what my grandmother taught me. This is how we prepare them. We check for the good ones, and the bad ones, we throw them away. I want to cut this call, that's why I always put do not disturb. And welcome, we prepare together. Let me cut the call, because they really disturb when someone is doing live. They are calling, of which I don't like that. That's why I always put do not disturb. Let us prepare green pumpkin leaves and Mrenda of these days. As I told you, in my days, there was Nderema. That was the Mrenda of that days. One day I'll cook Nderema and show you. But for today, I always cook this Mrenda. And I forgot to tell you, this is for 200 shillings. As I told you earlier. Let me mute this one because I have a neighbor here who knocks the door like Sometimes I mute, sorry, because when a neighbor is banging the door, it can make the stream to be very noisy. So I'll have to be muting when they are banging the doors. Today we have green pumpkin leaves with Mrenda. At my young age, this is what I was brought up with. My grandmother was cooking this, and she taught me how to cook it too. And as of today, I'm very happy because I learned a lot from my grandmother, of which she's now late, but may God rest her soul in eternal peace. Let's learn together. Let's know how to cook Mrenda with green Mrenda with pumpkin leaves. This is an African traditional food here in Kenya. Many of families take this. For those who know it, it's very yummy and healthy. So let us learn to cook greens. Let's embrace our nature. And we thank God. Now, kindly, when you come, enter with a like, double tap the screen. Remember to check my merchants there. I have t-shirts, I have hoodies, I have mugs you can buy from there. I have unisex t-shirts, I have unisex hoodies. You can check and buy them. You can buy membership too. You can buy a sticker for me, and I'll appreciate as we continue preparing our meal, which is green vegetables, Mrenda, and pumpkin leaves. This is our meal of today. Every day I like cooking something new. I don't cook one food in a week, no. I like exploring new foods. Average of 300. So this is 200, and it is okay. 200 together with the tomatoes and the onions, because I want to use 3 tomatoes. I will show you in a few, and 1 onion, which is here. I'll show you. Yeah, remember to like the stream for me, guys, as we prepare our traditional dish, our Kenyan lifestyle. Those green pumpkin leaves are so good in preparing mokimo too. One day I'll cook it, mokimo of pumpkin leaves. For today, we are using it for eating ugali. Pumpkin leaves can be used to cook mokimo, can be used to eat ugali. It has so many cooking methods. So let's learn together. This is Life Lessons channel from Nairobi, Kenya. Welcome. We enjoy our dish of pumpkin leaves and Mrenda. Now one day, our grandmother sent us to the river. When I was young, I think I was 13, and I was with my brother and no, I was with my sister and one of my uncle. I always remember that uncle of mine. May God bless him for me. Uncle John, God bless you. You took care of us when we were young. May God bless you. So every time our grandmother was sending us, me and my sister, she could include our uncle to go with us for our safety. Now one day, our grandmother came back from work. She was working at that time. That was back in 1984 in Kedoa. on your way to Kericho from Nakuru. And when she came back, she found that we didn't go to get the vegetables because we were usually getting them alongside the river, Kedoa River. That's where many vegetables were growing, and some people were having shambas there. But for Mrenda, you could get it alongside the river, very alongside. I mean, water is here and the Mrenda is here. Flo, welcome. Hi. One day we went with my uncle and my sister. As our grandmother came back, she found that we didn't go to get the vegetables, and it was 7 p.m. She was very angry and she told us, me, my sister, and one of my uncle, which we were literally the same age. That's why he was there for us every time. I think he was I think 14 and I was 13. My sister was 13 too. So every time we were with him, we thought that he was our age mate. But I came to learn that he was my uncle. And today I respect him as my uncle. Now, our grandmother got angry. And she told us, no matter the time, you have to go and get the vegetables. You have to go and bring the vegetables. And it was 7 p.m. Remember, it is in the village. There was no electricity that time. We went with my uncle and my sister alongside the river. We got the vegetables, I tell you, at 7 p.m. And it was not small vegetables. She wanted us to go and pack in those times we were going with chondos. I think you know chondos, you guys. The traditional basket. Now everyone was given his or hers to go and fill the vegetables. And it is 7 p.m. alongside the river. Let me tell you, that day, I'll never forget. We went and I was plucking the Mrenda. Those days, it was Nderema, not Mrenda as today. Not this Mrenda of today. Those days, it was Nderema, a leaf which was circle. It was a circular leaf. And it was found alongside the rivers. Now we went, I plucked mine. But before I finished, wow, that is where I met with the green serpent, which does not harm anyone. But I was very afraid. Since that day, whenever our grandmother says go and fetch vegetables, I could go as early before she comes. Hello, hi, Resh, welcome. Another day she came back. Well, we saw wonders when I was young. But I thank God I learned a lot through those experiences. I learned how to cook those green vegetables. I learned about so many things through my grandmother. May she rest well. May she continue resting well. And one day she came back too, and she found that we haven't gone to collect the milk. You know, those days, people were going with bottles to collect milk. Now there was a certain homestead where we were going to collect the milk, and to reach there, you were to cross a river, the same river, which we were going to fetch vegetables. And that day when she came and she found that we haven't gone for the milk, she got so much angry, and it was 8 p.m. And she said, you have to go no matter what, because the milk is the one which will be used when you are going to school. I'm from India. Oh, welcome. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. You are so much welcome. Like the stream, guys, as you come in. Check out my merchants, buy membership, buy mugs, buy hoodies. I have a lot there. You can check on my profile. You will see all those. You can like the stream, you can subscribe, and I'll appreciate. Now that day when she came back and she found that we haven't gone for the milk, she got so much angry. And she told us, you have to go no matter the time, because the milk is the one which will be used to cook tea in the morning as we go to school. Now it was 8 p.m. And since my earlier days, I was very, what do we call woga? I was very fearful. I wouldn't like to see anything in front of me. Either it is a rat or a dog. I feared those things. Now that day she said we have to go. And as usual, with my uncle and my sister, we were the biggest one in a group of 10 kids. So me, my uncle, Uncle John, and my sister Grace, we were the biggest in a total of 10 children. I was 13. Uncle, I think, 12. Uncle was 13 and my sister was 13. Now, we were always sent together. Rashmi, in India is 138. Okay, that's good. I think my uncle was like our shield. That's why our grandmother could send us together with the uncle. Now we were told we have to go for the milk, and it was 8 p.m. We went to play and we forgot to take the milk, to go and collect the milk. Now when she came back at 8, she told us we have to go. And we had nothing than to go, because the beatings were thorough. Those who are brought up in those ages, I think they know the beatings which we had in those days. Now we went to play until we forgot that we have to go and take the milk. And when she came at 8 p.m., the noise is too much, so I have to mute the mic. And I believe one day this will be a history by God's grace. Now that day, we were sent, me, my uncle and my sister, my elder sister. So I was the youngest in the group. Can you see the group now? And we have left another 7 kids with our grandmother, our grandfather, and our biggest uncle. Now we went to collect the milk 8 p.m. And mind you, we shall pass through a river, the same river, which we were going to collect the vegetables. And when we reached at the river, some stories, oh God, hey, I have come from far. Now my uncle and my sister, they were at the front and I was at the back. When we approached the river, and the river was somehow dry, I could see like people were sitting on the... Thank you, Resh. The river was a bit dry, so I could see like the people are sitting inside the river. I was screaming and running back, but my uncle was saying, remember, we cannot go home without the milk. When I check on the river and see those people sitting inside the water, I could scream. Later on, there was a passersby who came and found us screaming. And he asked us, he was a man, what's wrong? I told him, we were sent to collect the milk and there are some people who are seated inside the river. And now he took our hands and he helped us to cross the river. The biggest problem was, how will we come back? But as we were crossing, I checked on those things which were looking like human beings sitting on the river. And I saw that they were huge rocks looking like human beings. What have you learned from that story? So when even we were coming back, we were not so fearful because we have learned that those were huge rocks, not people. So we came back easily and we gave our grandmother the milk. Now, the moral of the story, what it taught me since that time, it taught me not to fear everything without looking, without double checking at it, and then you make a conclusion. We were just fearing stones, thinking that they were human beings. And mind you, we ended there like 1 hour, screaming, going back and forth, fearing to cross the river. Now, that is how life is. You can stay in one position, fearing to take a step, fearing what people will say, fearing many things. But what that story taught me, it taught me that be courageous, face life, do things, that you do not want to do. Do things those you fear most. Do things that you think that they will not work on you. Just try them and you will see the outcome. Anyone with another story we can share? I have shared mine, 2 of them. You can share one. You can share one with us too, so that we can learn from you. And as I said, the moral of the story, never fear. Never think that you are not worth it. Every one of us is worthy. Ours is to start learning what you don't know. Start learning what you want to learn. Never fear like us. We were fearing stones, thinking that they were human beings. So start now. And this lesson is about starting a YouTube channel. On my side, that is how I can take it. Because even after learning that in my young age, along the way, I forgot it. Because as I told you, in 2023, I decided that one day I'll open a YouTube channel. It was in my blood. I was thinking of it every now and then, but the fear in me, like the one which I was seeing stones and describe them as human beings, always kept me behind. I was sleeping and thinking, one day I'll do a YouTube channel. But when I wake up, the fear in me will be bigger than my dreams. And one day, I remembered about that story of the rocks, and I decided to take a step, because I was always saying, I will start when I'll be ready, when I'll have this and that. When I'll have this and that. I don't know why this person is disturbing me. Kindly let me cut the call. He's still calling. I was thinking of opening a YouTube channel, but the fear in me was big. I was thinking all day long, am I fit to do this? Can I do this? Can I do this really? My inner soul will tell me, you wait until you get this and that. Forgetting I have a phone on my hands. Forgetting this phone is very useful for starting a YouTube channel. It's not a must you have those big equipments. You can buy them later, but start with what you have. Now, one day, as I was seated, I reminded myself that fear cannot be big more than my dreams. And I decided to take a step, and that's how I started. Now you can see fear since 2023 until 2025. That is when I started. 2 years down the line, fear was holding me back. Fear was pressing me. Fear was showing me every kind of pictures in my head. But one day I woke up and I decided enough is enough. I have to follow my passion. I had passion with filming industry. I had passion with broadcasting. The problem was my parents didn't manage to take me to those levels of education. But inside me, I had a passion of becoming a broadcaster or a nurse. Those were my dreams. And when I saw YouTube, I said, even if I'm not so much learned, I reached Form 2, and that's where my school fees enabled me. I decided that I can start to be a broadcaster on myself. It's not a must I be employed so that I can become a broadcaster. I can become a broadcaster, me and myself. And that's how I started. And here I am after 3 months of starting, after wasting 2 years of fear, 2 years fearing, 2 years of lying down and thinking loud, 2 years of fear lying to me that I can't. You are not worth it. Now see, I'm here. I have started. I have defeated my fear. And that's how fear is. You remember, as I told you, fear made us to stay the other side of the river without going to take the milk which our grandmother has asked us to go and take. We were staring at the river, seeing like there are so many people inside the river sitting down, very huge people. If I say people, I mean Benjamin, hi, welcome. When I say very huge people, I mean very big. When I say people, I mean very huge. I could stare at the river and see so many people, huge, staying in the river like this. I couldn't see their heads, but in my mind was lying to me that those are people. And when that stranger came, he took us across the river. I even went and touched the big stones, which I was thinking that they were huge men sitting inside the river. That's how fear is. Fear can make you see your problems as big as a giant. But when you overcome them, you start seeing them as little as a needle. Never let fear overcome your dreams. Continue dreaming. Continue, keep pushing. Because when I decided that I can see a progress in my life, I told you I wanted to be a nurse and I wanted to be a broadcaster. I could sit down and see those ladies reading news and say, oh my, I wish it is me. I knew I had that passion, but you can't go to them, to your employer, and tell him or her, I have a passion, I need to be a broadcaster without papers. And as I have told you, my education ended in Form 2, so there is no way I could become a broadcaster. But I thank God for this far. God has made me a broadcaster by myself, of which I appreciate. Now I have finished preparing the Mrenda and the pumpkin leaves. This is the outcome. It's ready now to be washed. It's clean. The dirt is here, as you can see. This is the dirt. This is the waste. After removing them from the sticks, those are the waste. And now, those are the real deal. Clean and well checked. Now we're gonna remove this so that we can wash and show you how I prepare it before I take them to the kitchen. Hope you have learned so many stories as we were preparing the pumpkin leaves and the Mrenda. Welcome. Remember to like the stream, guys. As I remove the dirt, I want to put the dirt here so that I can throw later. Today we are not going together to the dustbin. I'll go alone. Let me put them here so that I can throw them later after I finish my vlogging. This is how I do it. We have to work on a clean table. We have to work on a clean table. Yeah, like that. You see, the table is clean now. I want to bring some water now for me to wash our food, our green vegetables. Those are pumpkin leaves, as you can see, and Mrenda. So we want to wash them. And make them clean. This is our water. I have to add now the vegetables. Like this. Remember to like the stream, guys, to check on my merchants. This is how I wash them. In a pool of water, you have to wash them clean. In a pool of water so that they can be clean. This is how I wash my pumpkin leaves and Mrenda, so that I can cut them into pieces. Let me put another water here. I went to add some water. So remember to like the stream, guys. Remember to check on my merchants there as we clean our pumpkin leaves, as you can see, with Mrenda. This is the Mrenda after we have prepared it. Now I'm washing so that I can put it in the pot. This is how I wash it, with a lot of water. Remember to like the stream, guys, as we prepare our pumpkin leaves. Pumpkin leaves and Mrenda. This is how I wash it. Flo, jai kula Mrenda. One day I'll cook for you when you will be around. Mrenda with pumpkin leaves is so good. Even with kunde, as we cooked last time, you remember we cooked Mrenda with kunde. But it's so sweet with pumpkin leaves than kunde. So let us prepare together. I'm washing now. It's so yummy when you prepare it well and wash it well. It likes a lot of water for washing. So if you are cooking it, prepare for a lot of water before you start cooking it. Now I'm gonna rinse it so that we can prepare. This is how you can prepare your mrenda with pumpkin leaves, and the outcome will be amazing. The outcome will be good. You will enjoy ugali. You will enjoy your ugali to the fullest. Let me pour this one. Today it doesn't have a lot of dirt. When you buy it during rainy seasons, it has a lot of dirt. Now, I always use this one to sieve the water, because when you cook it with too much water, it will disappoint you. So I use this one to sieve the water. I always put it like that, and then I start rinsing my mrenda with pumpkin leaves. We can use pumpkin leaves to mash mokimo. We can use it to eat ugali. Pumpkin leaves have so many methods of cooking and has a lot of benefits to our health. So when you mix it with mrenda, it will be soft, not as hard as you can see it right now. No. This is how I rinse it and make it remove those too much water, because when you prepare it with too much water, it will pour all over the kitchen and we'll have a lot of work to do. So this is mrenda with pumpkin leaves. You want to sieve it for the too much water to run out, so that we can cook it a bit dry, not with too much water. Guys, remember to like the stream, to check out my merchants. To buy memberships, you can buy memberships there. This is how I sieve, for them not to waste too much. If you don't sieve, you will waste a lot of it. So I use this sieve to sieve it from the water. Remember to buy membership. Remember to buy hoodies. When our vegetables we are saving the water, I'll use 3 tomatoes, 1 onion, and 2 Royco cubes. Those are the ones I'll use for cooking. This is my pot as usual. I'm using this. I want to prepare my onion. I'm gonna put my onion first. Let me sit down so that you can see me, guys. I'll start with the onion. I usually don't cut so small because it's only for the cooking. The ones which I don't cook are the ones which I cut small. But for this one, this is how I cut it. And I think every mother does this. Now I'm adding my 3 tomatoes. I'm cooking with 3 tomatoes because it is a 200 bob vegetables. Which I'll eat like for 3 days. I don't like cooking vegetables every now and then. They have a lot of work, so I don't like that work. As we said, in this life, we learn every day. So because the cooking of vegetables every day is very tiresome, it's good you cook like for 2 days or 3 days so that you can rest the other 2 days. It has a lot of work, and this is how everything has a lot of work in our lives. Even streaming those videos has a lot of work. So nothing comes easy. Even if you want to eat good, you have to work for it. Even if you want to sleep well, you have to work for it. Even if you want anything you want, you have to work for it. Nothing is easy. Now I'll do the Royco cubes. Those are the Royco cubes. And those are the tomatoes, as you can see. Continue liking the streams as we learn how to cook Mrenda and pumpkin leaves. Those are my onions and tomatoes. And those are the Royco cubes. I'll add 2 because I'll add nothing else. I always smash them like this so that they can be well cooked. This is how I smash them so that they can be well cooked. Everything has its own price tag. You want to eat Mrenda, you have to work for it. There is a price tag. You want to do content, it has a price tag. Sleepless nights, working on the content, bringing it on the table, working on it. So I want to add my oil. Now I have added tomatoes, onions, and Royco cubes. I want to add oil now. This is my oil jar. I always measure with my eyes because I am a mother and I have cooked for a long time. Now I want to add in this Mrenda and pumpkin leaves, I always add a bit of baking, a spoonful of baking, so that it can tenderize the mixture of Mrenda and pumpkin leaves. I want to add some salt now, a bit of it like this. I think this is enough because we have Royco cubes inside. So remember, the Royco cubes have salt. Don't add too much salt. Now the pot is ready. The pot is ready. It has tomatoes, onions, baking soda, oil, and salt. Those are the ingredients which I'll only cook my Mrenda and the green vegetables with. I'll not add anything more or less. That one is enough like that. Now we have to prepare now the vegetables. I want to put them here so that I can take them to the kitchen. This is how I do. I don't cook this and then I cook the Mrenda. No, I cook all of them at a go. The water in our vegetables is sieved. Now I can cut them from here. This is where I'll cut them from. After removing too much water, you prepare to cut them so that I can add them here. Now this is how I cut it until I add it to the cooking pot. This is how I prepare. I cut it in small bits, but not very small, because the baking will tenderize them. So you just cut according to this is how I cut my green vegetables. The pumpkin leaves and the Mrenda. This is how I prepare it. I'll cut it until it's soft and it is in small particles, not those big. You have to cut it until it become tender. As you can see, it has started to become tender. If you have a story, you can tell me. I have shared mine about fear of starting anything, fear of starting a YouTube channel like this one. We have to forget about fear. We have to forget about underestimating ourselves. We have to trust in ourselves or on ourselves. Any can do. Don't wait for green light from anyone. Do it yourself and God will come through. When you underestimate yourself, that's where your downfall begins. When you fear, that's when your downfall begins. So let's not fear. Don't know why my sink is doing like that. When you fear, that is how your downfall starts. Don't fear trying anything. Don't fear trying YouTube. Don't fear trying anything in your life as long as it is your passion. Don't fear trying your passion out. Work on it, bring it out. The ones who will, if people will support you, well and good. If not, God is there. He will support you. So never fear. Never underestimate. Keep going, keep going. Our sons and daughters, keep going. Our mothers and fathers, keep going. Don't fear, don't fear. Trust yourself. Trust your guts. What you have to know is that nothing comes easy. For that one, I want you to underline, nothing comes easy. As you start whatever you do, as you start following your passion, kindly understand nothing comes easy. Don't tire along the road. Keep moving. I learned a big lesson through those stones. And today, when I remember about them, I always keep moving. No matter what, no matter how I feel that day, I have to push on. So now we are preparing the pumpkins. the pumpkin's leaves, sorry, and the Mrenda. As you can see, it has started to take shape. This is how I do it. You cut until it tenderizes so that the baking can do the rest. If you don't have baking, you can use ash. If you don't have ash, you can use magadi soda. So you can use those three. Magadi, ash, or baking soda. You can use a bit of it to tenderize your pumpkin leaves and Mrenda. They need something to make them soft. And as you can see, 200 bob greens is too much here. It's enough for 2 to 3 days because we have to take a lot of greens for our bodies to get health, to get enough supplements, and to get enough healthy benefits. Yes. It's almost ready now. It's not an easy work. You have to work for it from underneath to the top so that it can be uniformed. So that it can be uniform. Not that others are big, others are small, no. And I think you have learned, I think and believe that you have learned a lot through this, how to prepare our pumpkin leaves. This is part of life lessons, how to prepare our pumpkin leaves and Mrenda. Yeah, and I think it's okay now, as I can see. It's enough. And as you do this, you keep safe your fingers. Don't do it blindly. Or do it with a knife which is not very sharp so that you can take care of your fingers. This is the outcome now. I want to pour it in my pot. I have cutted it to this size. Now the greens are ready to be cooked. Now I'm adding inside the pot so that I can take it to the kitchen now. As you can see, it's ready. This is how it looks like after you prepare it and after you have put everything in it. Those are the outcomes. Those are the outcomes now. And if you get the one which is not well prepared, you cut it again and again. Yeah, we learn every day, so we have to do everything according to its order. Now it's okay. I'm adding it to the cooking pot. As you can see, my 200 vegetables is really enough. And thank you for curry. You have packed me a lot of mboga, a lot of vegetables. Thank you. Others sometimes measure so little. But for you, curry, you always measure according to our value of our money. So thank you. It's now done, as you can see. I want to remove those in my hands. This is how I remove them. I don't want to cut with my other hand because I'm going to use it to cut my stream, to end my stream, sorry. Now it's ready. Let me wash my hands and come a bit so that we can finalize. Now the end goal is here. I want to finish now so that I can go and wash those things. But let me show you the end results before we finish. Those are the end results. You see, we have to put a lot of work in everything. This is the end result of pumpkin leaves and Mrenda leaves. I have prepared them. I have washed them. I have cutted them and then I have put them in the pot, ready to cook. This is how they look after all the work. For those who are with me, thank you. I'll cover it with this one. As I told you, this is the only lid which was left here by my non-stick sufurias. They peeled until I threw them away and left with this lid, of which serves me to date. So this is the end goal. Thank you for all of those who have watched. I think you have learned a lesson. You have learned through my stories about the stones in the river. And from now, you'll start not to fear. You'll start to be courageous. In this life, we need to be courageous for us to get end results like those ones. So thank you. I do appreciate all of you. My moderators, Favored Purity, Lulu Ibrahim and Dr. Helen, thank you. My followers, thank you. My viewers, thank you. My subscribers, thank you. God bless you. All of you, my returning subscribers, my all-time subscribers, my members who have bought membership in this my channel. God bless you. And let us keep working together. I believe one day we shall narrate a story of how far we have come. So those are the end results of pumpkin leaves. Pumpkin leaves and Mrenda. Those are the end results. How is it? Rate my preparation. Rate my 200 green vegetables. This is 200. So I think this one can take me for 2 to 3 days before I prepare another ones. And suggest for me our next vegetables which we can cook. And thank you so much. God bless you. As I take my vegetables to the kitchen, what I can say is bye. God bless you. I love you so much. And start now. Stop fearing. Start now. Thank you so much, and God bless you.